My thanks to the World Corporate Universities, World Education Congress, and for all the dignitaries and the soon-to-be dignitaries that are present here. One of the great things about having your bio read when you're present, it's almost like when somebody dies and people sing their praises at the funeral, etc. You start thinking, boy, is that really me? It makes you sound a lot better than who you are. So, but bios have to look good. So with that apology, my name is Govind Hariharan. I'm the executive director of a not-for-profit institute called the India-China-America Institute. Being a professor, ran a company for a few years, taught around the world in various programs in China, at Motorola University, at Peking University, at Renmin University, as well as out here in India, in Singapore, and a lot at the State University of New York at Buffalo. I'm an economist and teach courses in economics and finance by training, and over the last few years, I've also been teaching more of international business. What I'm going to do today is speak briefly about some thoughts that came to mind. And from the questions that were raised here and the comments made by many of the dignitaries here at the panel, they've been going through the same questions. The challenge that we face is that we really are passionate about what we do, but are we really producing results out of that passion? Not too long ago, I used to head a very large department, which was the Economics, Finance, and Quantitative Analysis department at this university in Atlanta, Georgia. And one of the things that we did there, which turned out to be a huge success, was to set up something called an investment fund. Right? So the students in that set up an LLC. So it is run as an entire organization by the students. It's a not-for-profit LLC. We raised money to have an endowment for that fund so that the students are actually making financial decisions. They manage a whole portfolio of $100,000 to start with. They hire and promote all the students. So everything is student-run. Our primary goal, our primary role is to guide them, mentor them, and make sure that all the rules and regulations are followed, and we actually sign off on the trades that are conducted. So since that time, the students that have graduated through that program have come back being really, really thankful to what we've done, to what they learned, and in particular to the fact that we provided them a bridge between what was taught in class and what they needed to know in order to succeed in their career. You know, at my age, I still don't know what I want to do with my life, and to anticipate that these kids would, to expect that they know where they're going is going to be really a bit of a challenge. So we need to provide them with as many tools as possible in order to make them successful in whatever endeavor they choose to achieve. So today's talk evolved out of some of those things that, the thought process that went into that, and my role at the Institute as well as I travel and teach around the world. So the title of this talk is Closing the Skills Gap, East and West. So today's business graduates should be team players who excel at communication, critical thinking, and technical knowledge, things that we hear all the time. I'm not the first to say this. There have been millions of people who have said it more eloquently than I have. But it's just as important that they possess deep understanding of Eastern and Western approaches to business.